Welcome to a very special series. We're building a Ferrari, but I didn't get any videos of it actually coming out. I technically didn't work here yet until the motor was already pulled, but then I started and then took the motor apart. I'll show you the pictures right now of what it looked like before while I was on the engine stand. What you're looking at is what the Ferrari motor is supposed to look like by hopefully the end of the week. But this is what it looks like for right now. What are you doing, dude?
Just little stuff.
Just little stuff. I'm currently working on rebuilding this oil pump. It has an external oil pump that sits on the side down here. It's pretty cool. It's a dry sump system. What are you installing?
Oil cooler.
Oil cooler. And then we're gonna go on with the cylinder heads and actually torque them all down, but we gotta take the camshafts out. We'll get to that when we get to that. I'm gonna work on this oil pump. We got one cylinder on and torqued to spec. Obviously, we were taping up the holes so nothing falls down in there. Everything is nice and clean and brand new. The oil pump is now fully rebuilt. These bearings were shot. Super worn out. It was sticking. The seals were starting to leak and crack because that rubber was getting hard. Reach out to us at fjmotorsstl.com and get you a quote to get your oil pump freshened up for your Ferrari. We have the cylinder heads on and torqued down. You can see this big contraption that I got going on with the cardboard dial wheel and a micrometer. 503 is bang on TDC. That's what we were looking for here. So I need to rotate this all the way around clockwise. I have my mark. That's the top, right when the piston comes all the way up top. And there's a little bit of a dead mark of where it kind of floats at the top. And then I go counterclockwise, and then I mark it again at 503. And right there is TDC. So now we can go on with the cams and start actually timing this thing. Next order of business is to put the camshafts on. Fabian is lubing her up. And these are gonna go on, get torqued down. What's next after that? The timing?
Timing change.
Timing chains, yep. We gotta do the timing chains. Before we do that, we have to put the oil pump chains on though. And the gearing.
Cody took lots of pictures, supposedly. We'll find out. It's only been 8 months, guys.
It's only 8 months. And lots of pictures is an understatement. I'm gonna figure out how to put this oil pump on. This is confidential stuff. Nobody really has access to this. How long did it take to find this?
4 months.
4 months. 4 months and a lot of people asking around and talking to each other just to find documents on torque specs for this motor. Ferrari likes to keep their stuff very secretive. But we got our hands on it, luckily.
Specifications they don't like.
Yeah.
We ordered an entire Ferrari service manual for $400 off eBay for someone who sells service manuals, and everything that was important, it just said not available in the book. And there's like, I don't know, 900 pages, and all the stuff we needed wasn't in there.
Wait, hang on, I'll just show up the book. It's back here. Later on.
It's good for people that have never worked on a Ferrari. I mean, it gives you everything. Everything but that stuff we need.
Yeah.
Let me see where there's one section where it says.
There's no torque specs or anything in here, right?
Nope.
Yeah.
It's all just general maintenance stuff. Like checking the tire pressure. Doesn't even checking the pressure gauge. Doesn't even tell you says being prepared.
Well, I guess if you want everything to know, you got to go work at Ferrari to find all that. Or you can just have friends that have worked at Ferrari, and then they can find stuff.
Mm-hmm. So this side, this stuff goes this side, right?
Yep, this side goes on the driver's side, and that's passenger side. A bunch of classified information that would definitely get us sued just went on, so I couldn't show that to you guys. But the timing stuff is on. You think it's good to go?
Good as it's gonna be.
Good as it's gonna be. We double checked everything. I can't go over what, but everything's good to go. Now it's time to blast all the covers, the exterior parts, you know, alternator, stuff like that, and get this thing back into its rightful home. So I just walked in the shop this morning, and Fabian's been busy. Last I saw this last night was we just put the valve covers on. We didn't have any of this on. Looks like he's got the alternator, the belt. He's got idler pulleys, oil cooler. That's under there. Wow. He has definitely been busy. Hopefully he filmed for you guys. I knew he was going to be doing this. I didn't know he was going to get that far, but I hope he films for you guys. We'll see. If he did film, I'm putting that in right now. I'm going to start working on putting the power steering, coolant lines, all that stuff on, and the wiring harness for this car. I have a bunch of pictures. I'm going to go back and forth to reference them, but let's get a time lapse going. It's the weekend. We're almost there. We're finally on the final stretch of putting this bad boy into here. It's getting close. It's going to be in its rightful home again, and it's going to sound amazing because we're putting headers on it. Headers and some Fab Speed. Where did Fabian put? Fab Speed high flow cats. It's going to sound so good. And will be emissions compliant, because everybody loves that. They're heat wrapping the headers. What is the purpose of doing this?
So the engine base stays cooler and you don't melt shit.
All right. I have personally never wrapped headers before, but I'm gonna give it a go. What? Headers wrapped. This is the seasoned veteran on this side. And then I got my side going on over here. It's not horrible. First time.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Not bad. Let me know in the comments how you think I did and whose looks better. Clearly his. The time has come. We're set up, got the rear bumper removed and the rear latch. Got us getting ready to set up the straps on the motor so we can get it on the cherry picker engine hoist. You ready?
Mm-hmm. Yay.
Very focused, very intense moment right now.
One eternity later.
Dude!
Almost done.
It's almost done. So last we saw it, the transmission was out of it and we were having complications with the throwout bearing, but all that's good.
Yes, sir. We got new bolts that were late thanks to FedEx. But we're going.
What you got left?
We got air filters, coolant tank, fluids, and then double check everything's tight underneath, and then we'll prime it and see if we got oil pressure, and then we'll fire it up after that.
All right, first crank. It's dead.